I'm Mrs. Murphy.
And I'm Mrs. Stewart.
And you're at the Maritime Tattoo Festival.
The Maritime Tattoo and Music Festival.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's fancy
this year.
And this is Maritime Ink.
I'm going to be singing the honor song for all the people here today. I'm going to be asking the Creator to watch over everyone. I'm also going to be asking the Creator to make sure that everyone gets home safe. I'm also going to be singing a song for the red dresses that you see on the wall behind me. And with that, I'm going to ask Mrs. Stewart to come over here and hold my microphone.
Oh, okay.
If you are getting tattooed, please continue to get tattooed. If you are tired and you are seated, please remain seated. But if you are young, able, and capable, I'd ask you to rise and please remove your hat unless there is an eagle feather attached to that hat. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend here in Chibok, just Halifax. What I'm doing right now is I'm just smudging the wall. I don't know if anybody knows, well, of course you all noticed, we have a wall of red dresses hanging up. And there's a big campaign for murdered and missing Indigenous women that's like all throughout North America. And the red dress represents all the women. There's so many, and we don't know all their names, and there's all these cases. And this weekend at the Maritime Tattoo and Music Festival, this is what part of our stuff's going towards, is to help this campaign, to acknowledge it, to just everything. And I was asked to smudge. And all I'm doing is I'm asking the Creator to watch over my grandmothers, our mothers, our women, our men. If you want to talk about anything in regards to treaty rights, Aboriginal rights, why I'm so gosh darn pretty, stop on by and talk.
And of course about your tattoos. Yes, what is tattoo in Mi'kmaq? That's right.
Tattoo. Stickamawali.
I created this to bring artists together to keep education going into this area of Canada. When I moved here, I wanted to get tattooed by really good artists, and I really wanted to bring my friends here too, and I wanted to create more education around us so I could get better at my craft, and I think it's worked.
Animals of Doom! Alright, well we are having a blast. This is our first year here. I do have to warn everyone in the audience that this next act has been described by some as revolting. Others have called it nauseating. This act has actually been known to make grown men go screaming, running out of the room.
Our first year was 8,000 square feet with 25 tattoo artists. Each year we've grown a little bit, not much. We still want to keep a small community event. We reached 100 artists about 3 years ago, and we've stayed the same. So there's about 105 artists here this weekend.
Here we go on an aisle two. We're mixing and talking. We're good. Yep, there's a hand washing station. Don't drink the water. Push the pedal. Oh, aisle three. Look, we need it. We're still not safe. There's another washing bin. Look.
Lots of music. Definitely music is going to be always around tattoo festivals. Lots of art, lots of tattooing, lots of food. There's just always something going on at the show. Lots of contests, and which is what we're doing. What we're doing is competing for trophies throughout the weekend. And so all these people are putting their tattoos in the contest, and then we award the best one, and then the artist gets their name set on stage, and they also get a trophy.
Hello, show them your beautiful black and gray.
Don't tell them who did it. No. You'll be disqualified, and it's a sin. I kick people out.
You're so smart.
Try to lean away from the light so that they can see it a bit better.
Oh, I'm gonna get right in your way, look at me.
Competition keeps you on your toes, and I think it's about learning and really advancing our craft and getting better at what we do. And we have seminars going on all weekend, so I think it's really important in this kind of industry or trade, because we don't have schools. So this is how we kind of get together and we educate each other.
Is that Jesus?
St. Michael's.
St. Michael's, same thing.
I went to that school in Bay State.
Didn't it burn down?
No, they tore it down.
Oh, that's what they're telling people.
So going to a festival is an opportunity to kind of meet with companies that are within our industry who supply, tattoo, ink, learn from them, learn about their products, and have an opportunity to meet other artists and have social networking, opportunity for people to see you that wouldn't necessarily see you. So for instance, talking about being in a small town like Elmsdale, and then going into Halifax, which is really 25 minutes from here, 30 minutes from here, but people not knowing I was even here or thinking I was from somewhere else. At the beginning of my career, I used to get a lot, everybody thinking I was from the US. They'd say, oh, you must be in the United States, though. And I'd be like, no, I'm actually right here by the Halifax airport, about 5 minutes away from that. I mean, really? So that gave me the opportunity to get up there and show people and let people know where I was and what's going on, and the opportunity to meet people who were here from the States or here from Vancouver, where there was more going on in the tattoo scene. Opportunity to learn, take seminars, and learn how to better myself as an artist. So those are the definite perks of tattoo conventions, getting to compete and show where you stand and against other great artists.
All right, just close your eyes and everything will be fine. So close. Folks, let's hear it for the very fearless Miss Reggie Boucher.
You're watching Maritime Ink.
So I got my first tattoo when I was 15. I kind of manipulated my mom a little bit into letting me get a tattoo. But after that, I was kind of hooked, but being underage, couldn't really get tattoos without parental supervision or parental allowance. So as soon as I turned 18, I really got like my first tattoo, which is just a key with a little Latin saying for he who conquers himself. So at the time, I was kind of like looking for something that really meant a lot to me. When I was 18, I was going through a lot of struggles with mental health. And so I just wanted a reminder that like I was the only one that could, I had the key to fixing myself. And then as soon as I got that tattoo, it was pretty much just a spiral after that. They're very addicting, as many people will say. Because I had convinced my mom to let me get the tattoo, it was very little. It just says, keep dreaming. It's on my side. It was hidden, right? My mom had said my whole life that I was not allowed to have any tattoos that could be seen in a wedding dress or a cocktail dress. So my first tattoo had to be very hidden, very small. So she was okay with it. But once I got tattoos that were not hidden, that's when I was in trouble. I think I only have 3 tattoos that are hidden, really. So all of them are mostly on my arms, my hands, and things like that. So yeah, they'll all be seen in a wedding dress. So my mom will she'll continue to make jokes all the time about my tattoos. I mean, it kind of gets a little harder for her to notice when I have a new one now, right? So I can kind of hide a little longer, but she's always like, gee, that a new tattoo? Is that a new tattoo? Yeah, she and my grandmother are lesser fans of it, but my dad, thankfully, enjoys his tattoos, so I got away with it. I would say that my favorite tattoos, definitely my Stevie Nicks, my favorite band of all time, Fleetwood Mac. So that one was really important to me. I would say that I love my snake tattoo, and I love my no scrubs, possibly because that's the one that my mother hates the most. She thinks that's my trashiest tattoo, but I think it's iconic. Sometimes I give an idea to an artist and let them have their creative freedom with it. Other times I just like to pick up pieces of art that said something to me or spoke to me from an artist. So sometimes it's more about aesthetic, and other times it's just about the art itself. People have the idea that tattoos should all mean something, right? That every tattoo should have this really deep meaning. And so I know lots of people that are like, oh, I'm trying to get my first tattoo. I don't know what I want to get, and it needs to mean so much to me, but don't get me wrong, it's really nice to have tattoos that mean a lot to you, but, for me, even though some of these tattoos, some of the flash work I got, right, maybe that didn't, it's not has this deep-rooted meaning, but it meant something to me at the time, right? Like, it called to me, or it said something to me when I was 21, 22, whatever. So when I am older, maybe it isn't going to be as relative, but for me, that in itself means something, because it meant something to me at the time. The tattoo on my neck there is, it says Morgan, so it is my sister, my little sister's name. She's like my little mini-me, the love of my life, my little girl. So, yeah, I just kind of got it for her, and I tried to get it very nice and thin and delicate, just because I wasn't looking to have anything huge on my neck. But if anything, when I look in the mirror and see my tattoos, I just think about, like, what I'm gonna put next, I've got all this empty space, and it's like, what can go here? And I need to put one here, that kind of thing. I never planned to have sleeves at all, but now I'm trying to cover both my arms. That's more or less as far as I'd like to go, but that's, that changes every time. You get more and more tattoos. You start being like, oh, you know what? I think I would like one on my leg and on my side. So, right now I say just my arms, but talk to me in a couple of years and I might be fully covered.
It's going to kind of coat the surface for you. And it dries instantly, so you won't have to worry once I take this off. If you put your sleeve down, it's not going to smear or smudge. So the sugar and the castor oil that's mixed in my paint is going to sit right on top of your skin. And it's going to probably feel a little bit sticky when I'm done. So I promote the temporary tattoos, but some people don't really get that part, so I say fake. And then people kind of click in better. And it's nice too, with my kind of work, I can draw and cut out the stencil and customize it even more for the person. I was fortunate enough to be invited to Upper Clements Park, and the lady realized that I had quite a knack for this, where I'm an artist and graphic designer, and then she offered me to buy her gear. So 7 years later, I bought her gear, and now I'm into this 4 years. So I book about 30 shows plus a year, and I pretty much have every weekend. So, yeah, people are trying to figure out, well, should I place it here? Should I place it here? And once it's there, it's there. It's on there forever. So coming to me, you get that kind of idea of something being right in that spot. And you have the opportunity to change it with me, as opposed to having it there. A lot of people do that. Yeah, I get a lot from, I usually go the neck down. I try not to do the face. Unless you're an adult, you can sit still for me. So, but yeah, it's a testing area. So, just a hair of baby powder. And it's dry just like that.
I'm waiting. Apparently she says she's wearing panties. I mean, she's lying. You gotta check. Hold on. See?
What? I'm not looking.
Oh yeah, you're. She's got them on. What's your tattoo of?
A skull.
And why did you get it?
For guardianship and protection.
Hello. You sort of go on over to tell people you did.
It's an ongoing piece, but
Don't say who did it. Give me the number.
my grandfather, mechanical engineer in the war, So it's like a motherboard circuitry that goes into them, feeds up into my dad.
But we're just doing this one.
Yeah, well,
And not going
the
near your
medium
fresh
piece.
tattoo on
That's
the other
it,
side.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be fun if you lift that up?
I dare you.
Got a quarter?
Give it a little rub. That looks almost like you. Ooh.
So it's him when he was a little sailor when he was younger and good?
Are you good?
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Sorry, am I pumping
No,
out?
you're
I'm
good.
trying
No,
not
you're
to.
good. You're good.
Bye.
Just getting those rings down at the bottom hooked up.
You're watching Maritime Ink.
My parents went to the States, and out of an act of rebellion, I got a tattoo. So when my parents got back, I showed them, and my mother gasped and said, "Is it a spider?" And I'm like, "No, it's a black sun." And she was even, I think, a little more appalled. I seen some woman at the river one day with this tattoo on her chest, and it was a little extreme, but I thought, if you toned it down, my God, that'd be pretty. And I booked an appointment. And it is pretty. It's beautiful. I got this one when I was falling in love one time. I just like them. I don't know why I like them. I got 4 of them for my kids.
Why your kids?
Because I love calla lilies and I love the kids. I like them just because I like them. And it means I stood up for myself. In an insignificant and little way, but it meant something to me. Sometimes I wish I could take an eraser to them.
And sometimes you don't.
And sometimes I don't.
It's not the most convenient way to light a cigarette, but it looks cool.
I have a passion for events, and I really love bringing people together. And we have a good cause happening with the Red Dress Project. So I always try to pick something every year to also help through some kind of charity or some kind of organization that maybe needs a little bit of help. And that's a big part of it for me.
Contestant number 1. This is for the large, so I'm guessing it's most of that. He's large and in charge, aren't you? Oh, I should ask him what it is. What's your tattoo of?
It's a bunch of little things.
We have the best caliber of artists that our country has to offer in one roof right now. I don't actually know how it could get better with the talent that's in this place.
Fancy boy from Cavalry Alberta's here. I like your sign.
I've been doing conventions because I liked meeting the tattooers, and it's a good chance to go to a new city and meet new clients. And then I ended up having regular basis where I have clients that I see all the time. I regularly go to St. John's, where I'm from, and Montreal and Calgary every year, and I have small client bases there.
I want to get to know an artist well enough that I could be like this is what I have, this is what I like, and you do it. Like you design.
Get it all done. It's hard to like trust someone like that.
It is, yeah, but I obviously I would need to trust them, but I'd want them to just know me and what I like, you know.
Like I said, this is how we create that education through our industry.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to go matte and then mushroom. First mushroom.
I love the mushroom. I love the mushroom.
But that wasn't super black gray. That was like really tiny.
That's
like
my
black
problem.
So like black and gray, that bat was like felt pretty good.
I love that. I love the face. I love the face. Yeah, it's really nice.
Today I feel great. This is I'm having the time of my life right now. I'm really happy.
Get here. When did you get this?
Probably a couple years old now.
That's a couple years old.
My advice is if you're looking for a tattoo and you want a tattoo, is to get something that signifies your life and something that or an experience that you've had, and find a great artist, and you'll never regret it. And that's my advice to everybody.
Dwayne McLeod written at the corner here. Dwayne McLeod.
Can you say tiger again? Tiger. Oh, so cute.
You, that's what I want to hear. What's your tattoo of?
Tiger.
And why did you get a tiger?
I don't know.
Because you're like an animal on the inside, aren't you?
Perhaps.
Oh, do you have another one?
It'll be fine.
Oh, don't do that, I'm tough. You're not actually on the list, but apparently we're at it. So that's fun. You're here, we're here.
It's already on.
All right, what's this tattoo of?
That's my oldest daughter.
I can tell she looks like a...
Poor girl.
No, I wouldn't say poor girl. Look at her father.
We really just want to share our art with as many people as we can all over the world. And a lot of us love to travel. I think that's part of being an artist.
Yes, you belong to
I travel all over. I was in the Middle East tattooing last year. I was in Thailand this year. I was in Winnipeg a couple months ago. So I think it's just sharing our artwork and putting our mark out into the world. I think that's a lot. That's what it is for me anyway.
And where was that done?
Barry and Roxbury.
There we go. So we have one for you and one for the artist. So you bring that back to them.
Will do. He's actually here.
Oh, he's here. What's his name?
Donnie Boudreau.
Johnny Boudreau, you got second place. Right, go away. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're all stuck in our own shop most of the time. So now we don't get to socialize. We only get to socialize within our studios. So those conventions, it's like just a party. We get to hang out, socialize. There's seminars, so we could learn from other artists. It just brings the community together. Gets everyone out of their own little bubbles.